Supernovas. Plus we have opposite Nitro Jones, former Husker, head coach Caleb Antler, and former Husker at opposite. Coach, if you want to start out with the opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, very, very happy with that win. Omaha is obviously an incredibly talented team, and this is a tough atmosphere to play in. So to come out with a win, I would have been happy. To come out with a sweep, I'm thrilled. So a lot of really nice things, a lot of things that we still can work on. But I'll take that win any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So really proud of our athletes for coming in ready to play and coming out with a sweep.
What do you see from your team from, the first set where it was pretty competitive and even just like where you saw your team dominating the next two sets?
Yeah, I thought I don't think either team served great tonight. Just not going to sugarcoat that one. I mean, am I wrong?
Nope.
But I thought as the match went on, it got better for us and we got them into a little bit more trouble. So that's a team we just have to get them out of system if we want a chance at winning. So second half of that match, I thought our serving improved a lot. And then, offensively, for us, we know Omaha's going to take a lot of balls. Their libero is elite. Brooke is obviously elite. Nadi is elite. So we knew we had to prep for the long rally. I thought our mentality there got better as the match went on, just expecting the long rally. It's expecting to have to take multiple swings and being patient as attackers. So a lot of things that got better through the match and a lot of things that we can still work on.
Coach, late in the season, this is your first win against them. What can it do for you knowing you might see this team again down the road?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, anytime we can get some data against this team and get some experience against this team is nice. Obviously, they've qualified. We've qualified. I'm sure we'll see them more than once. Maybe we'll see them more than once. I don't know how the seeding will end up, but it's good. It's good to have experience against this team and figure out ways to beat them because they're one of the best teams in the league, and to win it all, you got to beat the best.
And Coach, being back in Nebraska, it's been a little while for you, Mary. Always having a warm welcome. Just what's it like to be back towards the end of the season again?
Yeah, I mean, it's always special being back, and we both got a pretty warm welcome. So it just goes to show how much Nebraska loves their athletes and continue to support them wherever they go in their life. And that's pretty special and pretty hard to find. So it's definitely something that I don't think either of us take for granted.
No, I mean, my senior season was 15 years ago. Just totally aged myself, but for people to remember that, and even some of the younger girls to understand that, it's a testament to the history and tradition of Nebraska volleyball that obviously Merritt's a superstar. She's a superstar nationwide, but to still have that 15 years later is pretty special.
Your coach was here tonight in DVK. How special to see her, and then also knowing that she's returning here. What kind of coach Nebraska's getting?
Yeah, DVK is one of the most important people in my life. I mean, she took a chance on me back in 2017 when I committed. And so I spotted her in the first set, and it kind of just gave me an extra boost of confidence to just kind of play free and put in place all the things that she taught me that laid the foundation for me to be here. And so it's just really good to see her and to know that she's back in her state, in her city, doing what she loves. And I know Nebraska will take good care of her, even though it was really hard to watch her leave Louisville, but just super great to see her and to know that she's continuing to pave the way for all of us.
My last thing for Mary, just we saw that you announced that you're going to be a coach yourself. Just what went into that decision, and why is that so important?
Yeah, well, first they were working with me, so I knew that it was not something that I was willing to do if it was going to be take away from obviously this is my first priority. But one of my big dreams is to change volleyball in Alabama and in my hometown, and I did camps in my hometown and am trying to do that in any way possible, and that's kind of just a stepping stone. Experiencing how Nebraska was here and being a part of it and coming back and just seeing how huge volleyball is, that's something that I want to take down south, but specifically to Alabama. And so it's just kind of the first little stepping stone and hopefully changing that.
Mayor, to piggyback off of just being back here, what does it do for you? You've been playing volleyball for a long time consecutively now. To come and see the energy from the fans and the kids that are waiting for pictures and autographs. Does that do something for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of my why is just continuing to inspire the next generations. And so just seeing all the little girls and seeing Beeson jerseys and things like that, it's special, and it just grounds you. And is a good reminder of why we're continuing to play the sport.
Great, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
hosted 12,514 for the fifth largest crowd in U.S. Pro Volleyball history. Supernovas now hold the top 13 U.S. attendance Pro Volleyball records. With us today is head coach Laura Kuhn, along with outside hitters Allie Batenhorst and Brooke Nunaviller. Brooke, her 15th double-double of the season with 11 kills in 11 days, while Allie came in to hit 600 with 3 kills in the final set. Coach Bird, if you could just open things up with a quick statement on your thoughts on the match, and then we'll open up questions.
Atlanta played a great match. We knew it was going to be a battle. We need to be able to control some type of momentum. I mean, I think this league, obviously, we face different opponents, different challenges, different matchups, and we're still learning, obviously, how to control momentum when a team's style is not the same as ours. Obviously, we hadn't played them since February, but we need to be able to be who we are all the time.
What do you guys just feel like was the difference after that first set? I feel like it was a pretty even competitive battle. What do you feel like dropped off after?
I would say maintaining energy and knowing who we are to our core, because it was a defensive game at that point. I mean, those rallies, everyone knew it. It was a good volleyball match at that point. So we needed to lock in and stay resilient in the rallies, and our defensive mindset wasn't there. I don't know if you guys wanted to add something.
I just think I was reflecting on this like with radio. I feel they asked like our block looked a little like late tonight, and that was just a general thing because I think we were getting good touches, but we were half a second late. And I think you could say on defense, like we're moving one way, we're half a second late to dig the ball. You know, like we're on the ball, but we're not digging the ball. And then we're half a second, we're hesitating half a second. And I think I don't like that hesitation, and it's usually not our character. I think when we're going all out, we'll make some more of those plays. I think when we're not hesitating on our swings, just that half second, we're getting those kills and making those touches. So I think just like, I don't want to say we were complacent tonight because I don't think we were. Like we wanted to change, but I just don't think physically we did the change. And so I think like if we just play a little more fearless next time, then we'll make those changes.
A loss like this, just what do you guys feel you can take from it? You know, like you said, you haven't played them since February. Just what kind of learning lessons do you guys have, you know, as you guys start to close out this regular season?
We need to, I kind of said it, we need to know who we are, because we're getting to the type of season that we're going to be challenged every match. And we've talked about this after multiple matches. The best that everyone's going to give is going to be to us. And we need to embrace that and know who we are in these moments and be able to control the momentum. Basically, the personality of the match we need to set. And so we're learning that in hard ways right now, but I'd rather learn it right now so we can respond and we get to go play at Atlanta. So we're going to see them again. So we just need to buckle up.
When we talked to you guys earlier in the week, it was mentioned that the record on the road is better than the record at home. Do you think kind of the energy and just the volume in the building has any impact on momentum or how you guys can kind of channel that as you continue your homestand here?
I don't think so, personally. I think when we've lost at home, the other teams played really, really well. And I'm not saying that we can't beat a team when they're playing really well, but I feel like sometimes when we're on the road, like maybe we have a little bit more urgency right away, but in general, like teams have come in, and now Atlanta, Indy, Orlando, I feel like are the three matches that come into play, and they just play a really, really good match, and we don't match that energy. I think our crowd is fantastic. Our community is amazing. I think we definitely feed off of that. We shouldn't rely on that, but no, I don't think playing at home, playing away makes a difference. I just think it's just execution.
Ali, you got to share another moment with Merritt on the court when she had quite the fanfare as she was getting ready to leave. Can you just talk about sharing that bond with her again and seeing the kind of response that?
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. Husker Nation, Novas Nation shows up every time, and they're just really loyal to Nebraska volleyball players, and they just love their Huskers, and it's just amazing to see how much support they give regardless of what team they're on. And it was really fun seeing Merritt across the net. It's always fun to see a teammate and a familiar face, so it was cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.